Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Spider-Man 2. We have a great run, a great relay of 2 categories here today. I'm Bdud5. I'm a PlayStation runner. I am joined here with Pessilist.
Hello, I'm running all bosses.
Yep. So this is going to be a relay where we're going to do all collectibles at the start, and then all bosses will be at the second, and it's going to showcase the core pillars of Spider-Man 2 speedrunning. It's going to be really great. I'll let my couch introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm SatanHerself. I think I know what spiders are, and I'm like 90% sure on men. So I think this will be good.
And I'm SeaAverage. I ran Spider-Man 1, helped Pessilist a lot with the ultimate difficulty stuff, which, thanks to all of your donations, is what we'll be doing here.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, so I'll be around to help explain some of that.
Awesome. So let's get right into this. So I believe we had the ultimate incentive met. So we'll be doing this on the hardest difficulty. And we have a suit incentive as well. What is the suit that we have for Peter?
The top suit for Peter Parker is the Noir suit.
Nice.
Oh. Thanks. Very good.
Choice.
Good choice.
Yeah, Miles' one will stay open until we switch players. Keep that in mind if you want to change that, although the cat is very cute.
Ooh. I need to change this. Do you remember where this is?
I honestly don't.
I think it's in gameplay.
Gameplay?
Oh,
somewhere?
I think I just saw it.
Oh.
Nope. Oh, yeah, film style animation.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Don't
Okay.
want to have the slow
Yeah.
FPS on. It's, yeah. All right. So I'm going to get started with all collectibles here. This is going to be movement-based. All bosses are going to be very combat-based. And it's going to be pretty fast-paced as we're going. But most of the basics in general for Spider-Man 2 speedrunning we'll cover kind of at the start of all collectibles. And combat stuff we might cover more in all bosses. But yeah, I am ready. Let me just make sure I'm on ultimate. Yeah. Let's get started. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey.
Woo!
So all collectibles here, we have 3 sets of collectibles that we have to get. Spider bots, photo ops, and Marco memories. Marco memories contain a little bit of combat with weak sand enemies, but then spider bots like that, and then this photo op up here is going to be very important for us to carry over momentum.
Yes, to explain kind of what these categories are, these are 2 NG Plus categories, New Game Plus, where we are loading in a save to the mission where the last of our collectibles spawn in, the Spider Bot. At this point in the game, we now have a save where we have only collected mandatory collectibles to this point. So we load that in, we get here, and now it's a map just for us to go open season, collect all of these as quickly as possible. And we are collecting these things about 3 a minute, the way this goes. So this is going to go very quickly.
Yep, and Spider-Man 2, it's made a lot of improvements over Spider-Man 1, and you'll see that here in the Spider-Man 2 gameplay. So one of the biggest features here is the web wings, and they also brought back the spider dash and the spider jump from Miles. And together that's going to really bring up our momentum a lot here.
Yeah, so you'll notice we're not going to do a lot of normal swinging. The fastest form of movement in this game in a straight line is to use those dash and jump abilities. And what Bdud is doing is Bdud is holding down air tricks and mashing the web wing button to open and close them. And what that does is kind of have Peter hover a little bit in the air more than he's supposed to, which means that he gets to keep a lot more of his momentum than he would in a normal glide, keep more of the altitude. That ends up being a lot quicker over time than just swinging everywhere.
That was a really clean fight.
The Noir suit really takes up a lot of this.
It takes up a lot of space.
It does.
Yeah, we will talk more about the combats later when we get more into the all bosses side of stuff. But a lot of what we're doing here is all momentum based. You would think when we say all collectibles and you have a bunch of them spread across the map, you'd be thinking, oh, well, we're just going to go to each part of the city and grab all of them as we go. Not quite, because this is more about maintaining momentum throughout the run than it is just collecting things. Because you'll see some of these are on the ground and we'll have to go to a full stop. Some of them are in the air like that. We also have this little piece of movement tech called a car launch where we can use the share menu on the PlayStation 5 and get a little bit of a a little bit of the zips going, if you will. And
If y'all like that, you're going to see more and you're going to see it bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just
yeah.
a small one.
that is a baby one. So you'll see that also as Bdud does tricks, tricks allow us to pick up spider bots without stopping. That's their way to keep momentum. Sometimes we want to stop like there though, because the stop allows us to kind of change our direction and get height. Like all of this is based on momentum. In the first, yeah, those guys are there.
Reminds me, I'm supposed to be taking pictures.
So, yeah, in the first Insomniac Spider-Man game and Miles Morales, there was a cap on your speed that you could go, like a certain momentum is the max that you can go. This game works a little different. It's all based on velocity. And essentially, the more you do in the air, the more velocity you're able to keep, and the less you do, the more you slow. The more you slow down. So the reason that this spamming the web wings works the way it does is if we kept the web wings out, we would lose momentum very quickly as we glide through the air. But because we're constantly opening and closing them, the game allows us to say that, hey, you're doing something, so you can maintain the momentum that we currently have. Which everything goes back to that. It's all, what do we do to keep momentum? Like, we know that these collectibles are on this height, so we want to do these at the same time we're doing this, and this is on the ground, so we can do that. Like, it's all about these little optimizations. When you're talking about a category like this, we can go at this speed.
I'll say if we're talking about momentum and photography, I've got a Open the Floodgates donation for you.
Oh, please.
Yep, this is a great
Perfect.
time.
$25 from King TDN, who says in all capital letters, I want pictures of Spider-Man.
I got you.
Absolutely.
It's like, do you want pictures of Spider-Man petting a tiger?
Ooh.
Well,
Yes.
it's my understanding that we met that incentive, right, Asuka?
Oh, we absolutely did. We are petting our tiger-shaped friend.
Excellent. Guess what? We've got another deal for you. We can pet her again. It does not take very much time, but it takes a lot of love. And every 5K increment on that donation total, so 1,415, 1,420, et cetera, is going to get y'all another pet on Dima. So go ahead and donate because we're going to get some more tiger pets if y'all help us out.
Oh, don't mind that.
Yeah, don't mind me. But yeah, she's friend-shaped. We gotta pet her, right?
So as a
friendship.
Spider-Man 1 runner, the movement here is like so interesting because we did so many like point launches and everything like that. But like, Bdud, have you done a single point launch like at all?
I might have done one or
like
two,
one
but
or
yeah, we
two.
don't try to do them as much here. It still like helps if I need to.
Yeah, it's helpful for like positioning if we're trying to go in exact places. But no, that was our best way in the first game in a lot of ways to go from a full stop to going. Our best way to do that here is using Insomniac's incredible accessibility features. Like one of them, we have bind to camera mode for those car launches. We'll explain more of that a bit later. And one of them we have for charge jump, which if we hit it, we just instantly get a full jump. Very nice landing.
Thank you.
So the main thing you want to know for the combat for this section is punching people is slow. Yeah, you'll see in the bottom left and bottom right, we have 4 abilities. We have 4 gadgets. Each Spider-Man has their own set of abilities. They share the same gadgets. And for these sand guys, really any number of things can be good. The key tenets for all the Insomniac Spider-Man games is there are 3 ways to take out enemies. 1 is to deplete their health bar, which is invisible unless they're a boss. 2 is environmental hazards, so pushing people off of roofs, or sand guys do not like water. We'll see that in a bit. And number 3 is webbing people to walls or the floor or any number of things, which we're mostly going to be doing 2 and 3. For the sand guys, we're mostly going to be doing the web options. Once we fight more normal enemies in the all bosses category. This is a big one.
Hold on.
I like that you think there are normal enemies in this game.
Well, more normal.
More normal. Exactly.
By Spider-Man standards, there we
Oh
go.
yeah, there we go.
Oh no!
Oh, no, we're in the wall.
Got stuck in a wall. Typical.
Yeah, so
you do.
if you go fast enough, you can phase through walls. This is a thing. But no, this is...
It got me half of the way there.
It got you half the way there, but this is an example of keeping the momentum because this one, we've already been to this part of the city. That's Madison Square Garden. We already took a photo by there. But using the car launch there allows us to get much more height, and it saves much more time coming back for this when we have a way to get the height with speed than it does going from down near the ground to take a photo and then trying to go all the way up and then go back down, etc., etc. And it's really cool when you can get some of these photos in full motion. Those are harder than they look for no good reason. Also, getting some of these tricks and picking things up is harder than it looks for no good reason. And sometimes when you do the tricks, these pop-ups will not show with the spider bots. Bdud is looking for a little spider symbol in the bottom right corner that indicates an autosave. That will tell him that he has collected them. He's also paying attention to this dialogue. Robbie Robinson here talks after every photo about all the things that makes New York great in his mind, like random Spider-Man people on the roof. By the way, people who are awake in New York right now, I'd love to hear your donations about what you think makes New York special.
Or whatever makes your city special that you live in.
Yeah, whatever makes your city special, wherever you happen to be awake at this time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the city that never sleeps, right?
Yeah.
Got to be awake.
No,
right
New York
now.
never sleeps. There are New Yorkers that are awake right now, I'm sure.
No, the whole city's out.
The whole city is awake at any given moment. There is no sleeping.
That explains a lot.
I mean, if there was a spider person swinging around, I don't know if I could sleep.
It's so true. That's what's keeping Jameson Jums, you know who, up at night.
Goodness,
Tell me how to say his name, please, in the donations.
You want me to? Because I
Yes,
literally
please.
can right now.
Please.
$25 from J. Jonah Jameson, who says, "Get me more pictures of Spider-Man and get me more donations for MSF."
More of that, please.
As remember, I'm keeping an honest chat out of you, friends. Was it $5,000?
That's right, every 5,000 increment on that total.
So right now we need to get up to 1,415,000. Exclamation point donate in chat, and let's pet that tiger.
Again.
Again, all the time.
Chat, see if you can fill my memory card. I'll take a picture every time you tell me to.
So one minor combat thing that's worth mentioning here is that the gadgets and how they refill. You'll see in the bottom right corner the gadgets, and the little colored pips on them is how many gadgets you have. There's a max number for each gadget. And when you use them, they're used up. The way they refill is one completely randomly when you take out an enemy, and also which one you get back is random, which is kind of annoying. Means there's a lot of improv that Bdud's going to be doing with depending on just what resources he happens to have with these fights. The other way to get them back is a finisher. Using one finisher does get one gadget back, although that is also random, which gadget we do happen to get back.
Yeah, and that's a key tenet of the ultimate difficulty because finishers are kind of like the only really good way to finish some of the enemies. So, and gadgets. You like we said earlier, you don't want to be punching.
Yeah.
Bdud's probably not thrown a single punch yet because it's just bad.
Nope.
At the core of this game, in terms of the speed run, it's less an action game and more of a resource management game. Even in this movement part of where we're going just as quick as possible, flying around, we're still managing in terms of our tricks, how fastly we get our enemy meters back, and in terms of just our velocity and how we maintain that as a resource. There's a lot of just how do we use what we have as opposed to anything else. And we too try to route as much as possible, but there is some improv that's just going to happen, especially on the ultimate difficulty, which affects this run much less than it affects my run. You made my life much harder. His life, this adds maybe a minute.
Yeah, like world record is like 30 seconds difference between Friendly Neighborhood and Ultimate in this, but it's like, what, 9 minutes in all bosses? So, yeah, it can be a lot.
Yeah, it can absolutely be a lot. Which this part, we're just going into Symbiote Surge as well. We'll note here that Symbiote Surge, Peter's ultimate ability, his webs work like an impact web if you played the first Spider-Man game, which is great because it instantly webs people to walls. You will see much more of that.
Yep, it's very helpful in alleyways like this when there's a wall like everywhere.
Absolutely. The other thing I'm hoping we'll see much more of is your donations, if we have any.
Oh, I've got plenty. I've still got plenty of global friends saying hi from all over the world. We have got, let's see here, $250 from Ecclesias, who says, been away at a conference and missing live runs. We'll have to catch the replays, but greetings from Nashville. Thank you for that donation. We also have $99.99 from Darlene, who says, good morning and love from Belgium. Thank you and greetings from the U.S. Richard donating $50 and saying greetings from Sweden. Donating so I could see our tiger-shaped friend being pet firmly. We must continue the firm pets. And we need to hit $1,415,000 to see that next pet of our tiger-shaped friend.
Absolutely. So a little more in depth on what is happening with those launches in terms of a mechanical perspective. We have the camera of the game. We have the camera. Well, there are two cameras in this game. There's a camera that Peter has that takes pictures of what Bdud is doing, and then there's the camera mode that pauses the game, and you can like pose to spider people and take a bunch of cool pictures around the city. We have the ladder that pauses the game bound to a D-pad, and what Bdud is doing is Bdud is going on the car, starting a slingshot, then using the share menu from the PS5 in order to suspend the game, and then hitting a pause and the left D-pad that the camera is bound to at not the exact frame, but it's like a 5-frame window. It is surprisingly tight in order to get that. Every one of these that Bdud is getting is way harder than it looks.
The combat's actually going a lot cleaner than what I thought it was going to.
Yeah, these fights have gone really well.
Oh, and I'm going to get some good traffic RNG here.
Yep. Traffic RNG is another thing to keep track of with the launches, just like real life. Which way is the traffic going? I don't know. Is it going at all? I don't know. The number of cars on the road is random. The green lights and the red lights also random. Like, this is New York City. We can't predict these things.
I feel like there are too many people being too successful at driving for this to be New York City.
That's true.
Yeah.
And no matter how frustrated you get with traffic, please do not go and stand on top of a moving car. It won't help.
No, it will certainly not. Like, you'll actually see that as part of the traffic RNG too, because if a car is trying to turn into pedestrians, the car will stop because of the pedestrians. Sometimes the pedestrians don't move because they want to wave at Spider-Man, and you just sit there and cry.
Now that sounds
awesome.
accurate.
Yes, it is an entire thing for better or worse. So this is probably the hardest combat in this particular run, because we do have human goons on top of the sand people. The sand people are generally easier to take out. The human dudes on ultimates, just your abilities aren't going to do a whole lot. Bdud doing a pretty good job just keeping track of his resources. He's out of the web grabber, which is the gadget that groups people together really quickly. Has a bunch of ricochet webs to web them together. Like using some... You've seen him use mostly a lot of the, what are they called, sound burst? I always want to call them concussion blast, but that's the first game. So I think they're called sound bursts that can instantly take out a bunch of the sand guys with just the sound.
I know that they get upgraded into like the what is it? Shoot, I had the name and then I completely forgot. Never mind.
I'm not good with names. There are 3 of these games now, and all of them, you know, like there's a Venom boss fight, and Miles has Venom powers, and there's a Venom jump and a Venom dash. Like, I don't know. Also, the launches, you can do them with boats too.
I see our host, Asuka, going, what? This is awesome. Also, something I love about this run, 3 different collectibles. Ooh, shiny spider, cool. Ooh, pretty picture. And beat up men. Beat them up. It's a great tonal whiplash. I love this category.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. And shout out to the Insomniac dev. Like, all of these collectibles actually have like some fun side quest stories behind them. Like, part of this category is it's not enough for us to just collect the collectibles. We have to finish the side quests associated with them. and Bdud has been doing some stuff, opening and closing menus to manipulate the dialogue, because there's so much of it playing, and we need Genki to talk to us about the last spider bot at some point. So Black Cat just called us there about the story mission. We do not care, Black Cat, not this category. Yeah. We need Genki to call us saying, hey, these spider bots are really weird. He'll pick them off at this location. And if he doesn't, he can just soft lock us. And we're not soft locked in the game, but we're not going to be able to do the quest nearly as quickly as we would like in a speedrun.
Now I think would be a wonderful time for some donations.
Absolutely.
So I have a quick question for you. Can Spider-Man do a backflip?
Sure, why not?
Cool, because for $2,000, Thousand Force has said, do a backflip. Ooh.
I think that's just holding backwards on the tricks, right?
It is. Yeah, I can do a backflip here in just a sec.
Woo. Wait for it, chat. Wait for it.
We also have to listen to
like 20
dialogue
seconds
for
for this.
some of these crystals.
Well, in that case, I will take 20 seconds and say $10 from J. Jonah Jameson again, saying, why can't you get pictures of Spider-Man? Peter Parker was able to do it in a cave with a box of scraps. I heard that.
We're getting pictures of Spider-Man.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't get the Genki dialogue, so I gotta
Yep.
try to get it here.
As long as we do a backflip,
As long as we do a backflip.
Genki.
I might have goofed somewhere.
Oh boy.
We are missing a spider bot somewhere.
Did the one in Brooklyn glitch out?
Oh yeah, the one that did it before.
It's like there is one in Brooklyn that is notorious for just not showing up as collected for some reason.
We got one all the way over
Can
there.
you fast travel there now?
We don't need fast travel where we go.
Yeah. It's like it's not that fast travel isn't allowed in this category, but you unlock fast travel by doing a bunch of the side stuff, which we purposely don't do for the purpose of having this save set up. And also, this is cooler. So
Yeah, much. If traveling
Do
by
a
car was
backflip.
like this in real life.
I can use another boost, probably. If there's actually moving traffic, no.
No.
All right.
Do a
yeah.
backflip.
Of course not. Not in New York.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Yeah,
go across
just go.
normally.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a really good pace run, though. Like, really, really good. But
This is the thing about all collectible categories is it's like part of going fast is, again, we're doing tricks in order to skip the pop-ups and skip the getting confirmation that they're popped up, which means, yeah, sometimes things just do not get picked up. That is an unfortunate fact about how this category goes sometimes. And part of the skill level is being able to try not to do that. But
it's not
no,
that one.
contrary to what you might think, speedrunners are human.
They are, but cats are also cats.
Cats are cats.
So I think we're just getting more time to get more donations to pet Dima.
Yeah,
some
more
more.
backflips and more cats, right?
And more backflips, more cats, and we are $2,000 away from getting our next pet, so keep that coming. We've got, again, some more love. This time we're going to focus on some New Yorkers here. Buster donates $5. New Yorker here, flew to Minneapolis for my first SGDQ. And what makes New York so special is the size of our rats scurrying around the subway system. Also our bagels. Thank you, and welcome to your first SGDQ, friend. Pleasure to have you.
Bagels are so real. And
I can
also,
vouch
we will
for
see
both
rats
those
later.
Yes. We have $50 from Senor Bob, who says, what makes New York so great is the same thing that makes GDQ great, an incredibly diverse community. As a New Yorker attending my first GDQ in person, this has been such a heartwarming experience. Less than 3. Welcome to you as well, Senor Bob, and thank you for that wonderful donation to Doctors Without Borders. Woo. Let's get our clap for our first-timer SGDQ attendees. Juniper donating $10, who says, we must have more kitties. Pet the kitty and have a kitty. Also take picture of the kitty. Much love from Colorado. Trans rights are human rights. Woo! Indeed. Thank you so much, Juniper.
What's the donation amount to take pictures of the kitty?
Ooh.
Lizard down.
We could do every
Not
point.
yet.
We could do 0.25. So that 1,417,500 numbers. We could do that halfway point.
2.5. Getting ready to
so
Yeah.
much work for our host. I'm so
Keep us
sorry.
honest over there.
Oh, I didn't sign up for this level of math. I'm here for it. However, I did donate.
There's the Genki dialogue, finally. Sorry.
No,
you're
you're
good.
good. You're good. J. Jameson does say hello again if you'd like, really quickly.
Yes, please.
Perfect. $5 from, this time, JJJ, saying, hey you on the couch, in the purple, stop sitting there and use that device you have and get me more pictures of Spider-Man.
Okay.
I happen to look over and see the camera come out.
Okay, so the spider bots are now done. There's one more photo over on the beach here, which is where this final Marco memory is. Like, the final Marco memory will spawn once we get all of these and spawns on the same spot, which is convenient for the routing. And a fun fact here, Bdud is going to go for a strat that was found about 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Like, shout outs to HG, a legend in this community, world record holder for both these categories that you're going to see today. Like, I don't know how he plays the game this good. I have no idea.
He's absolutely amazing.
It's like, but we're going to go for a strat here where we're going to try to overlap a couple sets of dialogue while we pick up this last Marco crystal, where it wants us to throw rocks. When you throw one rock, it's vulnerable, but then you can just web shoot it. And we're going to try to time it so we throw 2 rocks in order to time how this dialogue overlaps. And if we do it perfectly, then we can pick up the dialogue, or pick up the crystal without listening to any of the associated dialogue. This saves about 30 seconds if we're able to get it, so it will save time even if we get it on a couple of attempts. Getting hit by the Sandman people is a very real thing that can happen while you're attempting to do this, which is unfortunate, but go for it another time here.
Okay, I think that should work.
Looks good.
Again, brand new trick, y'all. Brand new.
Yeah, literally
Got it.
like an hour of
Woo!
practice.
That's
we can clap for
awesome.
that.
Y'all, clap for that.
Found 3 hours ago.
Yeah, so that saves like maybe like 28 seconds.
Yeah, and now the big one. So this one is really all about how do we keep our momentum. Because look at how quick we go. And now we're going to try to do a bunch of random web zips, a bunch of random dodges, a bunch of random things to keep this going for as far as possible. That was about 4,000 meters away. We got 3,000 meters in like 10 seconds, something
We
like
got
that.
like 3/4 of the way there,
It's
so
fair.
that's still pretty good.
Yeah, good to
Hitting a building, like, it's really hard to control where you go in these launches, unfortunately. Bdud's done a really good job making that look easy. And so running into buildings, how that's supposed to go. And but this is the end of
That is,
the end of the Sandman mission. This is the end of the all collectibles portion of the run. We're just going to check real quick that every single one was gotten.
Yep. But yeah. Good run except for getting that last firebot. Otherwise, that was like
So
record
clean.
pace until the end.
I know, I was holding my breath. Really, really good job, Bdud.
Yeah, I never do the combat as good there. Like, I got really lucky with a lot of the...
Yeah, that's about, what,
yeah,
80
it's-
collectibles in 25 minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so much.
Yep,
14, 23, and 42. That is all the collectibles.
Very good.
Bdud, y'all.
Well done.
It is now time for us to transition, Pest. It's
Yep.
time for you to take the mantle.
Look at
Congrats,
this. Have you ever
congrats,
seen him
Beth.
before? A commentator becoming a runner? A runner becoming a
Hey.
commentator? It's pretty cool. While we get that set up, do we want to get some donations?
Absolutely, and chat's worried about the backflip, just throwing that out there. We see you, chat, we hear you. Again, we are $2,000 away from getting another petting of the tiger. In the meantime, we also, remember, upgrade that to 100% for MacBat64. That is at $685 of 3,000. So if we want to see that category of MacBat64 run upgrade to $100, put your donation towards that incentive in chat. Best friends, ! donate. On the website, gdq.gg/donate. Also, you can use that Twitch extension. We have so many different ways you can donate to such a wonderful cause that is Doctors Without Borders. Now, friends across the world, I see you, and we are going to rapid fire a lot of these. $25 from an anonymous German who says, much love and greetings from Germany. Less than 3. Hello, friend. We have $50 from Dusty Sora. Greetings from California. Let's pet that tiger. We're getting close to our second pet, Dusty Sora. Stay tuned. We have $25 from Feezer, who says, GDQ is always a must-watch for me and my wife. Let's keep the donations coming. Greetings and morning from Switzerland. Hello, friend. Thank you for watching this fantastic marathon.
Okay, so we're about ready to go. I just need the second place for Peter's suit and what suit we are playing for Miles.
Absolutely. The second choice for Peter Parker's suit is the Raimi suit.
Very good.
Nice.
Good choice. And for Miles Morales, we are going for the Bodega Cat.
Very good.
Woohoo, yeah.
Also friend-shaped.
Always
I mean-
friend-shaped.
I mean, look at him.
Okay, that is adorable.
All right, so into the all bosses portion, and this is going to start with a doozy of a car launch, if you would like to explain this.
Yeah, so car launches, they're very technical, and we even have some props to help us with this all. Yeah, so the comic book is going to kind of represent the state of like certain like states of like how some things will move or some things won't. So like the share menu will suspend everything on like a current page, pretty much. Pez has to rely on some traffic RNG here, so he's going to restart until he knows that he has something set up on the traffic lights. But basically, when he gets the launch to work well for him, it's going to essentially work where he's going to open share menu, he's going to do photo mode and the pause at the same exact time, just like that, and then as soon as he has like the share menu open, it like kind of transitions over to the next page. Has all the cars moving on a separate page while Peter is still on that on the previous page, and because like Peter is on a whole different comic book page, pretty much like when we resume normal gameplay combat, it's just going to shoot him forward to wherever he should be in the future.
Yeah, imagine a comic book and all of the pages are frames.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a new one. You don't have to think about buses anymore. I freed you.
Right. So all bosses. So what all bosses means is we are going to use the mission replay feature on New Game Plus mode in order to replay the missions, and we're going to replay the missions that have bosses on them. What we define bosses as are any big enemy that has a big old red health bar at the top of the screen. And we define the boss as defeated when the big red health bar part of the screen is depleted. Which means in a couple instances, namely this mission, there is more of the mission than what we're going to play, but the big red health bar will be depleted, so we say the boss is done. And that's how this is going to go. So, and when we say all bosses, we mean all bosses. So that means not just the story ones. Those who play the game, you know there are a couple side missions. We will get to those.
Yep. Those will be after the main ones, though. So it'll, for up until the final mission, it'll be chronological order, but it's just kind of like a subset of like New Game Plus speedrun. But you know, we're just not doing a few missions here and there. So yeah, like every mission that requires us going through regular combat up until the bosses, we have to do as well.
Yeah, not much more to say about the Sand People combat you haven't already seen. Now that we're in more of the story part, a lot of stuff is ultimately... that was unnecessary. A lot of stuff in this game is ultimately dialogue-based. We are waiting for certain dialogue to play, and that's what triggers the story events continuing. Did we not change the suit? I thought I changed the suit. That is my bad. So we'll just switch that up real quick. Hat.
Then you put on the visual effect for the frame, like the comic book frame thing.
Like,
You might need to change the visual setting.
whatever. It'll be fine, probably. Like, maybe. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll check on it after Sandman is dissolved into little itty bitty sand particles. And while we're working on that, I think now is a wonderful time to hear from some more folks in the donations or
Absolutely.
whatever else.
We are waiting for dialogue triggers in order for certain things to continue here.
You know, Jonah Jameson keeps on donating, so we have $10 with Parker. You'll never believe what I just saw. Spider-Man crouched, froze for a second, then flew all the way to Queens. I think the stress is getting to me. You know what? Forget Spider-Man. Get me pictures of cats. Chat, we still need about $1,600 to get that next petting of the cat. So let's get that done. We also have a $50 donation from Old Fish Eyes. And, oh, I love this. Talking about crossing the characters here. Dun-na-na-na-na-na-na, Spooderman, Spooderman. Thank you so much for that. I love that donation. Very cute. Keep them coming. We love it. All right. Keep me $25 from NSG. Good morning from Norway. Loving these amazing photo launches. Who knew Spider-Man could fly? Thank you. Learn something new every day. Thank you so much for that donation to Doctors Without Borders. Wolf Shadow donating $10. Hello and greetings from New York State. I don't know about NYC, but I know we night owls exist everywhere. I live in the central New York area, less than 3. Well, thank you and greetings from over here in Minnesota. On the flip side, Thorgy donating $25. Greetings from Brooklyn, where I can confirm, yes, we are all still awake right now. How can we sleep when we've got so many amazing runs to go? Can't believe it's the final day for a night owl like myself. The wild late night runs at Games Done Quick is always the high point of my year. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much, Thorgy.
Fantastic. You know what? If somebody donates from the Bronx, I'm not sure that they're quite real because I don't think Insomniac thinks they're real either.
It's not in the game.
It's not in the game. The Bronx is just not in the game. Fun fact.
Like, you got Queens, you got Brooklyn, you got Manhattan, so I don't think anything else exists.
Apparently not.
I don't know. Give me a donation if we're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Prove Insomniac wrong.
And that is our first mission done. Then these will get more intense significantly because we're about to skip about half the game.
Yeah, so this is the portion where like any percent is like 4 hours long. This is like 2 hours into any percent. So we're really jumping the gun on.
Why did it change my suit again?
I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, this is the first like boss after Sandman, after that opening boss fight. The first boss is Lizard, and it comes in halfway into the game. From this point on, like this is the state where everything starts like picking up largely. Like if you're doing like challenge runs or something, like this is the point where you have to have like upgrades and stuff to help you get through stuff, or else you're gonna have a hard time. So yeah, Lizard is the kind of the start of all that, and you'll see here exactly how we deal with them, and we'll explain like the most optimal way to go through combat and deal enough DPS for speedruns.
Yeah, we got this unskippable cutscene here, and then the pace is going to start picking up a bit after that. After we get the right suit back on, I really have no idea what's going on with that. There we go.
Lead pipes are messing with the tracker signal.
So, little bit of a fun movement over here is it's very easy to soft lock the game on this pipe. I do not know why. But Spider-Man likes to run in a little circle, and that can just leave you done.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when you see it because he's just like walking in the 360 circle
and
the entire time.
Fun tech here, jumping here stops Spider-Man from getting staggered, which is pretty neat. And then just web crawling is slow, so we'll try to avoid as much of it as possible, although we have to do a lot of it here on our way to the Lizard boss fights. And Lizard has 3 phases. We only want to fight 2 of them because there is a skip if you guys would like to talk about it.
Yeah, so this is a pretty like big hard skip. So it's gonna kind of piggyback off the idea that we did with car launches, where we have like the comic book and we're gonna use the share menu to kind of suspend time and space and then try to send things forward. So the idea here is we have our lizard boss, and then we have Peter, or Miles. Yeah, Peter.
There we go.
So Peter, we're gonna have set on one page of the comic book while we suspend the share menu, and he's gonna stay on this page. He's gonna stay where this lab is and everything, and then we're gonna spawn the boss fights where the lizard is, but Peter's gonna stay over here. The game's gonna pick up on that Peter's over there, and then the camera's gonna try and shift back over to Peter, and because of that, it kind of deloads whatever portion of this comic book exists, and Lizard just goes bloop, and dies.
Falls out of existence, very literally.
Literally falls through the death plane. And that is Lizard Phase 1. Lizard Phase 2 is more of our meat and potatoes combat, if you'd like to discuss it.
Yeah, so now we actually are punching. And it's not because it's necessarily good, although when you're in like symbiote mode, you are kind of juiced and it's not terrible, but it's because it charges our focus gauge, which you can see over on the left corner of the screen right under the health bar. And as we talked about earlier, in Ultimate, the focus gauge is extremely important because we really need gadgets, and in order to get more gadgets, we need to do finishers, and in order to do finishers, we need focus gauge. You can't actually finisher bosses without 2 focus, but it will do a pretty good chunk of damage to a boss then. But the other thing that focus is used for is healing. So we can't really heal because then we can't finish her and then everything's just bad.
Yep, I'll remind you, this is the hardest difficulty. And healing, honestly, it's better to die depending on the fight.
Also, I think Evanosaurus will be happy that there's dinosaurs in this game. They are real, as opposed to what you learned in the AEW run.
And
Unfortunately for Evan, we are beating up the dinosaur. So.
yeah.
Okay. Real but unhappy.
So this is a chase section, except we know where he's going to end up, and we know we can only actually end the chase section after he gets to this crosswalk here. So we're just going to beat him over here and catch him. And we have to do this a couple more times, and so this would be a good spot to read some more donations.
Of course, $100 from Circuit Tree, who says, Spider-Man hype. Hype. Thank you for that. We have $50 from Level 500 Boss, who says, had to wake up fairly early to watch this run, so it's pretty helpful. You are sorting out Sandman. Thanks, Spiders Man. Thank you for that donation to Doctors Without Borders, friend. See, we are getting closer and closer to getting another tiger pet. We are about $1,300 away. And don't forget, you can put that $1,300 towards that upgrading to 100% MacBat 64. We've gotten some movement out. We are grooving and schmoving. We are at $725 of that $3,000. That is 24% of the way there because this is just the morning of math. I'm cool with it.
Sorry, real quick thing about that MacBat run. Met the runner earlier, absolutely lovely. First ever marathon run. Y'all absolutely want to get that upgrade met for them. They are a really, really cool person all the way here from Norway. So cool. I'm really looking forward to that one.
You heard Satan, and what Satan says goes. So make sure you are going !donate, gdq.gg/donate, or using that Twitch app extension and putting those donations towards that wonderful incentive. I want to see that met, friends. I want to see that met within the next couple runs. I know we can do that, and we've still got plenty of love from people all over the world. For instance, $10 from Capital Theta, who says, can't have the neighbors donating and not us. Belgium sends its regards. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, we can jump through cars, by the way.
Yes, we can. The donation helped us get that power. Now, you can always do it. But let's believe in the donation, okay?
Sounds good. All right, who wants this fight?
So this fight is very long. So Phase 3 has more health than Phase 1 and 2 combined. So, and it's very important that we, deal enough DPS. We can't just wait to get one ability, use it, and that's going to drain all of his health. No, we have to worry about recharging all of our abilities through this as well. So we're using literally everything. You'll see that he's going to be sometimes webbing and even parrying because that's going to be recharging his abilities. They just deal so much damage that it's not worth even just doing regular punches. It's all about recharging your equipment and building focus. And speaking of focus, you need 2 focus bars in order to deal damage to a boss.
What?
It's very, very important because once you'll see Pest do a finisher, it'll drain a good portion of the health bar there. He'll save that a little bit towards the end after this set, but look at this. He's chained so many of the abilities together right there.
To the health bar.
Yeah, look at that.
Also, the focus bar, for real quick, are those 3 little bars underneath the big white bar up there. So when you see that second one fill up, you're going to see it deplete real quickly most of the time.
Okay, just use some gadgets to try to slow him down, and there we go.
Nicely done.
Good fight.
I've seen worse. All right, so what is going on with these suits? That's my current question. So that has been changed. Bodega, that has been changed. These have been changed, right? Right?
It looked like
Okay.
they've been changed.
Maybe because I didn't exit, didn't save. Let's try again. Anyway, let's go to Miles's first full mission of the run. Give it up for Miles.
Let's go, Miles.
I think it saved that time. Okay. So Miles is really, really good.
Yeah, he's pretty OP.
Say hi to the cat.
Hi, Kitty. Thank you for donating, by the way, for that.
Very cute. So we just have some quick puzzles to take out over here as we continue skipping through half of the story from that last mission to this one. I think we skipped a good 30 minutes of an any percent run. I don't know, something
Yeah,
like that.
so this is like pretty deep into Act 2 right now, and this is like where Peter's kind of like has the suit taken, the venom taken over him, and he's like going into his Bully Maguire kind of phases a lot, and that kind of got Miles stuck in this taken and abducted into this place because of that stuff. He's got to find a way out, but in order to do that, he's going to end up having to kind of like face Martin Lee here at the end. So for Martin Lee, we're going to be wanting to save a lot of our abilities and gadgets for it, but we don't want to be wasting too many of them for the fights before it. So we have two big fights here. Here's the first big one. It's a little bit more okay to waste some resources right here, but specifically the one before, we're going to have to save our abilities, so we're going to have to be strategic with that one later. But here we're going to have some regular humans and dogs that we're going to take out.
Yeah, those dogs are not friend-shaped.
We only got friend-shaped tigers. Would love to pet her more.
And the cat on our back.
True.
$160 away from the next pet.
Oh, come on, chat. Let's do it.
So this guy is a pain in our butt, but we have an ability from New Game Plus called the Floor is Lava. What the Floor is Lava does is all of our hits in the air do significantly more damage than any combos that are on the ground. So anytime we can get a guy in the air, we absolutely want to do so.
They took off my mask.
You gotta say, it's such a good name for a skill, by the way.
No, pretty good.
But yeah, as we go through more of the bosses, it's gonna be extremely more important. Yeah, we'll be able to just like airborne some bosses later, and that extra damage is really gonna help us.
Yeah, this is why Miles is OP, and always look on his feet. If they're red, that's when the Floor is Lava is going on, and you know you're doing big damage if you've got enemies in the air.
Exactly. So this is the fight where Pess has to be careful about not using his abilities, which is kind of sucks because after defeating a lot of enemies, these enemies come through, especially this like big bear like enemy, and he has a lot of health. So we normally, like if you saw how we dealt with the big guy in the last fight, we normally wanted to do like electric abilities. We can't do that here, so it's gonna resolve around us just punching and then doing a finisher on him.
Yeah. As a rule, in all of these Spider-Man games, the air finisher is a quicker animation than any of the other ones. But those big boys, you don't really have a choice. We just take what we can get.
I was just about to ask if there was a specific finisher that was faster because of that being the case in Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so if you want to know just how powerful Miles is and how powerful the Floor is Lava is, take a good look at this phase, because in theory, this won't last long. So, Upshot, we haven't talked about yet, gets enemies airborne. We're going to do that into a full combo, into two Venom Dashes, because we can do that, and then we're going to do that into a Mega Venom Blast, which is a big AoE nuke, which gets us a bunch of finisher back, and then we're just going to punch him. Really?
So clean.
Really?
Good opening combo.
Thank you.
So, but Martin Lee has several phases, and as one of the phases, he depletes our abilities. So we gotta recharge our abilities here, and then you have to use an electric-based move to kind of break his bubble here. And we're gonna, at the end, we're gonna use a trick where we're gonna avoid having to
That's fine.
charge up and use a the Mega Blast from the Surge ability to instantly go through it, but you'll see that in a minute. We're gonna try and steer him towards the wall because that prevents him from kind of reacting and like recovering from our attacks if he just keeps getting like stun locked against the wall. So that's the idea behind like where we're trying to hit him towards.
Nice.
Okay, good backup.
Yeah, sometimes with ultimate difficulty, you kind of just have to go with whatever you're given because it never goes as planned.
No.
Yeah.
There is quite a bit of improv to any ultimate run of any of these games.
You also might see Pess doing some web slinging at the enemy here, and that actually doesn't do anything. In fact, the game sometimes says, "Why are you doing that? You're silly. It doesn't do anything." But what it does is recharge the focus meter, which we just talked about being super important to be able to do finishers. So it's a no-cost thing we can do during some downtime to replenish that. Also, the animations in this game are amazing. I just wanted to shout that out. Oh my gosh.
I was just thinking, like, Mr. Negative is
No,
so cool.
all of the like art team at Insomniac do an incredible job on these games.
Like, everything feels like it has weight and impact. I'm a huge nerd about this stuff, so it's so cool to see an artistic team really put all their chops into this.
All right, and this last one, we only have to dodge one phase because Miles' Mega Venom Blast will finish the fight, and there we go.
Yeah, I love that.
Nice fight.
All right.
Very clean, very clean. Yeah, claps. Thank you for coming out, by the way. Y'all, you're amazing. It's so late at night.
Yeah, shout out to everyone in the audience right now. All right, so Peter's going through a little bit of the thing right now. He's going to be way more angry than we're used to seeing him. Don't worry too much about it. We're not going to have to fight him or anything, right?
Yeah, nah.
So, but because of that, we're going to get into our symbiote raids for way longer than we normally could. And do you want to talk a bit how the webs work when you're in that mode?
Yeah, so the webs here, they're going to be kind of like the impact webs from like Spider-Man 1, where basically once you do one web, it's going to do big knockback, and one web can push them, like web them up against the wall. So normally it takes like 3, but in this mode it takes 1 and it just pushes them against the wall, so it's very, very helpful.
Yeah, this was like the bread and butter thing in Ultimate Runs for Spider-Man 1 was like impact webs were just the thing to do.
Yeah, and this is what I rely on a lot in my all collectibles run for the Marco memories in all the alleyways. Just that those impact webs are just...
It's also a minigun.
Yeah, you can just fire it at the big guys and it just does massive damage.
It does damage if you hit guys into walls doing it, which is great.
You know what else is another thing to do?
Yes.
Pet a tiger-shaped friend.
Woo! Did we get another one?
We have surpassed $1,415,000. We are petting our tiger friend.
Let's go.
Very nice.
What's our donation total right now?
$1,415,030.
All right, chat. So another $2,500 gets us to take a photo of the tiger. And if we get to that $1,420,000, or 1,000, $1 million. You know what I'm talking about. You see a 420 right there. We're going to pet the tiger a third time. So let's do it. We only have about 35 more minutes because Pessilist is going really quickly in this run. So let's keep it coming.
And I do want to shout out one donation that helped us cross that threshold, and that's $100 from Bdud5's mom and dad, who says Ollie loves hearing his daddy play.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Aww.
Appreciate it.
Okay. So, a couple things to note in this fight is that you'll notice there's a full focus bar, and I'm not using it, and you might think that's weird, and it is weird, but the reason I'm doing that is because between phases, all of these resources are going to carry over, and I really want a finisher for this next phase. Also, I'm going to intentionally take damage here because you'll notice the meter in the top right goes up way quicker, getting my rage meter back, taking damage than just about anything else I can do. I do not know why. if I'm being perfectly honest, but it is a thing. So I would like to take another hit, if you would, Mr. Craven. I would not like you to hit the bell.
Just likes the sound.
There we go. Thank you. And we're going to do a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, into a little bit of rage mode. And when we called rage mode the minigun, look at the health.
Yeah, now we're just stun locking him against the wall now, and yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. The reason that we're so particular about this is because Craven wants to, spawn in those guys. Thanks for proving my point, you little doggos.
Hopefully.
And those guys are not friend-shaped. Those guys like to prevent us from being able to use our abilities at all, which is not fast and not fun. So, yeah. So, anyway, we're fighting Peter now.
Wait, isn't Peter a good guy?
Yes.
I think we can do a live reenactment of this.
Yeah, that's basically.
You don't
how it
need to
goes.
even watch the video game. No, please watch the video game. Pessilist is amazing.
Yeah, so this was a emotional fight. Peter basically is, you're basically playing against yourself here. They have him set up where he tries to react to whatever you're doing and tries to use all the abilities and stuff that you've learned and used over the game. What Pez is going to be trying to do here a lot of time is stun locking Peter as much as possible to prevent him from reacting. So especially in the last phase, he's going to try to prop him up against the wall with a specific combo just to try to limit him ever getting a chance to attack.
Yeah. If you're wondering if abilities also deal more damage with the floor's lava, the answer is yes. So the bell hurts him too, like it hurt me in the last fight, so that's kind of neat. We're going to plop him up, get him in. Sure, this can work. Get up, please. My resources are not what I would like, which makes this not ideal. We'll do what we can. Okay, we can make this sort of work. We can do that into this, into one of these.
It is so cool how much of this run is improv. I mean, obviously it's not cool for Pessilist, but it's really cool in general. Most runs do not have this level of thinking on your feet.
Really tough to pull up, but really cool to watch.
Yeah, resource management is the name of the game, and I did not have them. So, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, but you still made it through it. Good job.
Anyway, coolest mission in the run coming up right here. And you can get a couple of donations in before we talk about why.
Sure thing. $50 from a mysterious koala who says, "Hiya, all the way from Australia. I've been working all day and can finally sit down and watch Summer Games Done Quick. And I'm so thrilled that it's Spider-Man. Go team, do backflip." And there are two eye emojis staring at that backflip. I think they really want the backflip. I've been watching chat and they really, really want the backflip.
We will get a backflip.
Perfect. We have $5 from J. Jonah Jameson. All right. I got an interesting tip today. Remember that barbaric beast named the Rhino? Apparently last night he almost escaped from his cell in the raft. How, you ask? Well, no one there seems to know, but they assure me he's moved to a more secure cell. Now, I'm not expert on Supermax prisons, but isn't the whole point of them that there isn't anything else more secure? I mean, he's a 700-pound maniac with an indestructible horn. If there's a more secure cell, why wasn't he in it? Anyways, get me pictures of Spider-Man or you're fired.
Anyway, that was hard. It's like lining up the abilities in order to get all those guys in one square attack, and then you go into a specific corner in order for the big AoE ability to get the guys on the high ground and the low. Way harder than it looks. And this is the coolest mission because you're playing as Venom. I don't think I need to explain that.
Yeah, we said Miles was OP, but like Venom. Venom real good.
Venom is pretty good. And now we unlock the ability to throw guys. The first fight, you can only do combos. The second fight, you get your first ability. This fight, we can now throw guys. And throwing guys
You have to unlock that.
Yeah. Throwing guys as you at things just instantly takes them out. So that is just going to be faster.
Yeah, I love that this is just the fastest way.
It's pretty good. Great.
So something about Venom that I wanted to explain earlier is that, and it's going to come into play here also, is that restarting checkpoint, it will replenish our abilities. We use that for the combat to how we will want to get through it faster. But basically, like, the main game does not allow us to get our ability recharge upon restarting checkpoint. So this is a very specific mission case with Venom. Also, we had to go up that tower there. Every spot that he jumped there is a required trigger. So you can't skip any one of those. That was literally the fastest way that you could get up that.
Yep. Fun fact, we're on Ultimate. These helicopter bullets do real damage. If I run in a straight line, I will die. So zigzagging it is.
Thank you for donating to make Pessilist zigzag across the screen. And more.
Yeah, fun fact for like routing a no damage run, this is like where the route kind of stopped because it's just like impossible to avoid getting hit even once. It's just like pretty much impossible. So yeah, we gotta definitely maneuver. We can't just like beeline it because we'll take a hurting.
Now Venom's beating up a helicopter, you know, as you do.
As you do.
As you do.
And here we're going to pick up an enemy because picking up enemies changes Venom's combos, which does a nice little AoE. And until then, we have to wait for some cops to spawn, helicopters to spawn in before his next boss fight. I think we can squeeze a donation in.
Sure thing. Danny donates $25. What makes my city special is that the houses in the city center are all from the 1500s. They're well maintained and very beautiful. Obligatory greetings from northern Germany.
Ooh, love that.
So here's the funny combo. The hitbox lingers, so these guys are just going to fall over. All right, who wants this annoying skip?
All right, so this is a fun boss fight because we don't actually like fight Kraven. We just try to force him out of bounds, and the out of bounds will kill him. So what Pez is doing right here is a very particular positioning. He's trying to get Venom's foot just slightly off of this stand here and facing the column at a very precise angle. And
there we go.
Kraven tries teleporting to us, and there he gets stuck in the pillar, and it just auto kills him. So that skips the first phase, and then. Here we go. Now we have Kraven doing that, apparently.
Everybody at 2 a.m. except for the lovely folks here.
Yeah, this is how we feel.
Be right
now.
after this run.
Also, first try on that is huge, by the way.
It is. It
a
really
note.
is.
Yeah, something that you couldn't tell from that was that the camera is actually fighting Pessilist the entire time because it doesn't want you just staring at the wall.
Okay, very specific combo there to induce a teleport and then 3 jumps and he's stuck and the fight is done.
Yeah, that
So
one's also
clean,
very precise.
Pez.
Good job.
My goodness.
That is a run killer, I'll tell you that.
Did not kill that run. You did so well.
It's like, all right, we have a little bit of a dialogue to sit through before the next boss fight, so we can fit some donations in.
Absolutely $5 from Starry Blue, who donates and says, loving all the runs this GDQ. Thanks to all the runners and spin a web like no one can. Go save the day in record time. Thank you so much for that donation again to MSF. And I just want to remind you, friends, we are getting actually really close to upgrading that Bat 64 run up to 100%. Words are hard. It's 318. It's fine. We are at $2,500 of $3,000, and that means we need $462. Chat, I'm going to put the gauntlet down. Well, I'm going to put the web gauntlet down right now. We're going to hit this before the end of this run, but I need your help to do it. So exclamation point donate in chat, gdq.gd/donate. Use the Twitch extension. Put the donation towards an upgrade to 100%. Let's go and get that incentive met.
That is so close. It will get done so fast. I know Spider-Man Crew is here. And remember, it's a 2-for-1 because we are looking to take a photo of the tiger and then pet the tiger again.
Yeah, so this next fight is super cool because it's our first instance of like fighting a venom or a symbiote like thing, right? So far this run. It's also just like a super cool character that people were excited about. And we get to show off some cool air combos.
Yeah, so this is the fight against Scream. So how this is going to work essentially is we're going to... kind of this is Act 3 where the symbiote enemies have gotten introduced, and all the symbiote enemies are weak to loud noises. So So we're going to be using that a lot to stun Scream and get her up in the air. And then we're really going to utilize that Floor's Lava skill. You can see the red hot feet right there. Means it's working. And then just like using other gadgets and stuff to stun them as much as possible.
Yeah, and this is MJ, by the way. So they're going to have some dialogue they're kind of having a marital dispute the whole time. It's kind of wild. Pay attention to the dialogue. But yeah, she's not doing too hot today. Sorry, MJ.
Just having a little bad day.
Been there.
Bad hair day. I've been there. Who am I kidding? She's got gray hair.
Yeah, so a little bit update on the story overall for where we are right now. So last mission we were playing as Venom. That was after Venom, like, we got rid of Venom from Peter, but now it's with Harry, and now Harry's trying to, like, go after Peter and using MJ as the means to going after him. So Harry kind of invested MJ with the Scream symbiote. But yeah, we're gonna save her. We're gonna save her by beating her.
Makes sense to me.
Optics of that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wording?
But yeah, this fight is super cool, and Peth is doing a really good job working with what he's got here. Juggled her really, really well in the first phase, and is doing really well with this improv here. Look at that. Just up in the air, not coming down. On the unfinished house for some reason. I don't know why there's an unfinished house here. This game's awesome.
Oh, so close. There we go.
All right, and then this last phase is actually going to be different. So we're not actually going to fight her on this phase. We're going to stun her immediately, but then go over to this wall, and then we're going to hit a portion of the wall to reveal this point launch that's out of bounds. It has to be this specific one, because then you try to go back in, but then you can web zip out of it. And yeah, now we're just out of bounds of the boss arena, and we can just like go away. And when we go far enough away, can I borrow that? Yeah, thank you. Same thing happens where the floor despawns and Scream goes bloop and dies.
Yeah, the camera actually follows her down.
Yeah. So by running away from our relationship issues, we win the fight.
Yay!
Yeah.
Don't take that as a lesson.
All right, and just like that, we are on the final story mission of the run. This is not the final mission because all bosses does mean all bosses. We have a couple side missions to do after this. But in terms of the story, we are there. Venom wants to take over the world. There's a bunch of scary symbiotes, and we're MJ now. Bdud?
Yeah.
We're playing Resident Evil.
Yeah, this is basically Resident Evil or Last of Us right now, whichever one you want to pick. So yeah, this is really funny because it really is like Resident Evil speedrun. You're gonna try and run through. We're gonna try and just like run past enemies. Sometimes we're just gonna have really precise aim and pre-aim the headshots. For the enemies. But yeah, MJ's on her own with her kind of sonic burst weapon. You do have infinite ammo, but it does run out and have to recharge. So yeah, you have to be careful not to spam it. But yeah, he's trying to go through, get the headshots. They can be pretty tough to get with the way that these symbiotes kind of move and crawl along. But also these sonic barrels are nice to get a twofer with one shot.
Yeah, you knew you were going to get 2 Spider-Men. Did you know you'd get 2 entirely different speedruns?
Looks like the meteorite's connected.
And an MJ cameo. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Asuka, do we have a quick update on where we are with the Tiger stuff and MacBat?
For the Tiger pictures, we are $1,800 away from getting a photo of that cat. And as for the MacBat upgrade to 100%, we are at $2,563 of that $3,000. That means we are $437 away. We are getting super close, friends. I want to see that hit before the end of this run. Don't forget to put your donations towards that incentive.
We've only got about 20 minutes left, chat, so we've really got to move on those. And if you take the photo of the tiger, you definitely get MacBat if you apply your donation. So let's do it.
Do it. So here we have an area that's filled with these sonic burst barrels. He used some of them on the enemies there, but now he's gonna skip. Ooh.
Oh, I know what I did. Sorry.
Yeah. You're supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's fine.
Essentially, we're going to have a boss fight here in this area, and it kind of reuses the barrels. So what Pest was trying to do was restarting checkpoint to respawn the barrels, but you got to spawn the boss first.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, you actually get 2 bosses in this mission.
Yeah, you can make that argument. He does have a health bar.
Exactly.
I didn't think about it, but he does have a health bar.
Yeah.
True.
By our rules.
2 for 1. Just like
2 for 1.
donations right now.
Well, and then we have to fight Venom 4 times, so 6 for 1?
That's so many.
5 for 1? We fight Venom a lot. You'll see him in a minute.
It's big.
So we're trying to get him close to the barrels. You can shoot him, but and it's not like extremely slower. Like it's a valid option still to like just like waste your ammo, especially on friendly neighborhood, to switch between some of the barrels and wasting the ammo. But you know, ultimate difficulty, a lot.
Oh, I got a double. Nice. So some of the cutscenes actually lag the game, and when you skip the cutscene, it's able to get 2 cutscene skips at once. Oh, that has never happened
That's
before.
interesting.
Oh, said the thing.
Do not know what that was. Anyway, we're going to use a concussion blast and beat him up a bit.
By the way, thank you to production behind the scenes who hits the button every time things happen. I don't know how they do it so fast. They're incredible.
We had each other.
Okay. So part 1, he's going to do all of that and then go over here. And now we're going to smack him about a whole lot. We want to get our stuff off cooldown as quickly as possible, so we're going to unload very quickly.
Every single day after school. Even slept over after your mom got sick.
Yeah, you'll notice whenever I'm not getting a hit in, I am trying to get that web shooter in for focus. The name of the game here is do something at all times. That is really what we're aiming to do.
Always do something.
It's like
That's
if you're doing nothing, that means you could be doing something.
I think more donations might build the focus meter then, because then Jet's doing something.
Sounds like a plan. Going back to our global love, we have $100 from Psycho Sean, who says, just got off work here in Seattle. Looking forward to a long night. I guess morning at this point of speed runs. Thank you for that donation. We also have another $100 to Doctors Without Borders from Enaste. Morning from Germany. Sadly, we are already in the last 24 hours of SGQ 2025. Thanks for the outstanding event, everyone. Thank you for being so kind. We have $25 from Kai-san, who says, greetings from Canada. Hello from just south of you, friend. Thank you so much. $5 from Codefx and Digital Deer, who says, hello from Alaska. We're just heading to bed, but we've been watching SGDQ for so many years now. We love to donate when we can, and this year's been so spectacular. Thanks to all the staff who work so tirelessly to bring such an amazing show at all hours of the day and night. Sleep tight, everyone, and never forget trans rights.
Trans rights. Yes, keep those location donations coming. They're wonderful.
This fight's just so cool to watch.
Yeah. There is one cool strat here, which has, well, he doesn't have any abilities, but... So one thing you could do here when he does the white bar, it basically means that you have to do damage with the abilities. Nothing else will work. Usually it's 3. Something that you can do is if you start an ability when he's like about to like put on the white bar, like he's supposed to take away the charge on all of your abilities, but if you can correctly like start an ability before he starts that animation, it can continue through and you can take off a third of his health bar right as he kind of spawns that white health bar. Pest did do it at the start of phase 2, which was kind of cool.
And this is an example of I'm taking a slower end to this fight because I want focus to build up for the next phase, because that does carry over between the Spider-Men.
Oh, look, it's a Meta Knight. I'm glad I kept that from y'all during practice.
That was a good one.
Nice one. I think we can sneak one quick donation in here before we get into this next phase.
Of course, $25 from Nat Tiger. Greetings from Sweden. It's 9 in the morning and I am pumped for a great day of games. Spider-Man, Batman, Final Fantasy, Celeste. Agreed. Thank you so much for that donation, Nat Tiger.
stacked day. Y'all are not going to want to miss any of it.
All right, so Miles is really good, guys. I don't know what to say. Miles just deals a bunch of damage. Does some nice AoE stuff here. We're going to smack him about. And because Venom's wings means he is in the air, which we do like because we deal more damage in the air. And then in the last bit, he goes back in the air, which is great. Just going to throw this back at him. Do some punches, do a little bit of gadgets, try to stun him, and there we go. And now the last phase of Venom. This is weird. I do not know why this works the way that it does. But for some reason that I do not understand, you are able to smack him about a little bit and then do a air finisher on him on the ground. I do not know why, but if you do that into a Mega Venom Blast and a Ricochet Web, you get all of your abilities back instantly. Why? I really don't know.
Magic.
Yeah, that's weird. I like it.
I mean, it's fast.
Sometimes weird things can be good for us.
And sometimes they're not, so we take what we can get. So just going to do a little bit of smacking, and Venom is going to be donezo.
I thought Brawl Meta Knight could never lose.
I mean, is it Brawl Meta Knight, or is it like Smash 4 Meta Knight?
Ooh, very important question. Very important.
All right. So, like I said, all bosses means all bosses. We are not done yet. We have a couple of side quest bosses we have to go take care of now. So this is our first stealth takedown of the run. Stealth takedowns instantly take guys out. That would be helpful if we could do that ever anywhere else, wouldn't it?
Oh, don't forget to do a backflip while you're out here swinging around.
It's like, oh, I'm in combat. There you go.
Backflip.
Woo!
Backflip.
Backflip! Woo!
So this is going to be kind of similar to Martin Lee, where we're going to have like a big fight before Yuri. So we don't want to like waste too many abilities, specific abilities like beforehand, but we still need to like get through the fight beforehand pretty cleanly. So we'll have to make do with what we have.
This is a whole lot of improv in terms of what we happen to have at the time, because whatever abilities I used as Miles is comes with the cooldown of what we have here. And as you saw in that fight, it can get wonky in terms of what abilities you happen to have. Like, in some ways, going faster is actually worse because the abilities are on cooldown longer, so...
We could be going faster on that Macbat, by the way. I'm looking at that. It is so close to being done. Come on, chat. Y'all only have like 10 minutes left in this run. You got to do it.
Less than 10 minutes.
Less than 10 minutes. Come on, let's do it. It's like $400 away. It's annoying my eyes.
412 specifically. And for the record, everyone is celebrating the backflip. I just wanted to pass that on to you.
Nice.
Fantastic.
All right, so Yuri, we want in the air. Yuri does not want to be in the air. So
You're gonna have to go through me.
that's the basic dynamic.
You're going to have to kill him, Yuri. My prophecy says he'll never stop.
By the way, the dialogue in this game is really good.
It is.
Just an FYI. It's so cool how they tell a narrative every single fight. And it's such a cinematic game with real heart and love put into it. I really love this game, even though I don't play it. It is every single time Bdud plays a game, I love it, even though I don't play it.
One of my criteria is to me playing a game is like it just gives me such a great like experience my first casual playthrough, and reasons why I speedrun is just to try to relive those memories over and over again. So Spider-Man 2 was definitely one of my top games in like 2023, and I couldn't help but like replay it so much.
Play games you love. Big speedrunning tip.
I'm trying to do the right thing.
So we're going to try to save our resources here because this fight gets very, very scary the longer it goes on. This phase usually isn't too bad. She can just decide to not let me be fast sometimes. That wasn't the worst. Now we're going to, she's going to try to disappear and teleport on us, but Upshot exists. And so if we just sit here, we wait about 1, 2, 3, Upshot. There she is in the air. We deal a little more damage that way, and we use our finisher, and I believe this will get us out of this phase. Yep.
You used to believe we could do both.
And then the next phase, we should have Symbiote Rage back. No, we do not. All right, that's fine. We're just going.
Upshot again.
It's improv time, and this is where this fight can get scary.
I believe.
I believe too.
Also, it's Wraith Month. Happy Wraith Month.
I probably should have taken a hit there, because getting into rage mode would be easier, but this is more swag, so.
Yeah,
It's Happy
that was
Wrath Month.
Well done.
All right, so now it's the final boss of the run. We gotta go fight Mysterio, and as is Spider-Man tradition, we have to treat Mysterio with all the respect that Mysterio reserves. So who has shoutouts?
SeaAverage, do you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, shout outs to the Spider-Man community. Like, both games are awesome to run, and, you know, everyone's great. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't stream or anything with any sort of consistency. So, you know, Bdud, why don't you take it away?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, especially the Spider-Man community. Burke, Maverick, and Recondite introduced these two categories, two mods for the Spider-Man community, and they introduced these late last year. They're really nice, bite-sized categories that both highlight the two core pillars being movement and combat for these for Spider-Man speedrunning, and it's so nice to be able to have it all within like an hour and a half time span and not like take 4 hours to actually have to speedrun a game that I love. So yeah, it was a really great idea for them to introduce that, and I really appreciate that.
This is a call to action. More community categories that highlight fun stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
I also want to shout out HG. He is the main man for Spider-Man 2 speedruns. He basically has record in everything, and he's just so talented at this game. He is like the man to go watch if you want to see Spider-Man 2 be perfected as well as that can possibly be done. From combat to movement, his intuition is just amazing. So I love that. And I also want to give a shout out to Bacon Guy. Overall, the Spider-Man games, he's putting in tremendous work, and I just love to see the effort and growth that he's putting into everything. So, yeah, really awesome community.
Yeah, it's amazing. People are so talented. For me, I'm Satan herself in general, but I'm actually Satan Isn't Herself on Twitch. I do not play this game as much as I do love it. I play things like Peggle and Plants vs. Zombies fast instead. I did a Plants vs. Zombies run on Monday. Definitely check that out after the event is over. It was super, super cool. We had a dev on couch. And huge shout outs, obviously, to this whole gang for letting me be on this couch, even though I've never touched this game. Y'all are absolutely fantastic. Also, I'd love to shout out chat once they meet that MacBat incentive. I'm staring at it. Come on.
So the one piece of cool tech in this fight is here we're going to slingshot over and use our circle ability to get all of these clones in a big group. And then we can use Mega Venom Blast, and that will take out... Oh, a couple guys got away. Of course they did. Of course. Why would they not? I'm just going to do this again for the lulls. Why not?
Yeah, it's so satisfying taking them
So
all out
satisfying
in one
when
shot.
you
Yeah, we
actually
gotta see it.
There we go. Right? Is there one that got away?
Possibly.
Two?
The two that got away.
Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
Go away. Anyway, shout outs to the Spider-Man community. Like Bdud said, everyone that said, great people. Join the Discord. Really chill community. Hey, really great vibes all around there. Shout outs to C and Satan for helping us throughout this.
Absolutely. Thank you
Been
for
a lot of
having us.
fun.
My pleasure. It was so much fun.
Time is when we skip this cutscene after this. Time.
Woo! GG. Wow, that was really good.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty fast. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout outs to the GDQ staff that make this run every year. It is insane. I really don't know how people do it. It's incredible. And shout out to MSF, all the incredible and timely work that they're doing. Like, please keep those donations coming. It's coming to a great cause. And not only do we get the pet cats and all the other cool stuff gamers do, it's going straight to people that really do need it. So
Yeah, thank you everyone so much for donating. Really, really appreciate it.
All right, how many pets and photos?
I think we got 2 pets.
2 pets
We
and
have 2
photos?
pets.
We didn't quite make it to a photo.
That is fine.
That's
All
all right. Do you can take a photo
I
of the
could.
monitor right now.
You're right.
Scary are you?
The photographer takes the
She's
picture.
so cute. And then pet number 2, thank you, chat, for donating even more.
Cute when you're not trying to eat me.
And thank you so much for those donations. Thank you so much for watching that Summer Games Done Quick. Thank you so much, the SGQ, for having us. It's been an absolute pleasure. Enjoy the rest of the marathon, guys. Take care.
Thank you.